The Bible, my friends, is packed with Islam. We are just not seeing it clearly. Let me bring it home to you. There are two dimensions, pictured and concealed, which start with two families, and Islam is woven in both of them. These two families are the family of Adam and Eve, which opens up the spiritual dimension, and the family of Abraham and Sarah, which is the visible dimension. How do we know the difference? Well, people live only up to 120 years, and Adam and Eve, who are spirits, lived much longer than that. Another distinction comes from the fact that in the times of Adam and Eve, there are trees, and trees represent people. Adam and Abraham and Eve and Sarah, they are the same persons but living in the two different dimensions. In the spiritual dimension, Eve committed a sin, and in the visible dimension, Abraham committed a sin. You see, Hagar should never have slept with a married man, that is Abraham, and Eve should never have eaten the forbidden fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the both are forbidden unions which produced offsprings. In the spiritual, we've got two first offsprings, who is Cain and Abel, and in the actual we also have two first offsprings, which is Isaac and Ishmael. And these two forbidden unions cause enmity, hatred, separation, and death. Do you remember what Cain did to Abel? And do you remember what happened between Ishmael and Isaac? Muslims come from Ishmael based on geographical location. God is showing us that Muslims come from the line of Ishmael, and the rest of us, who are the covenant people, they come through the line of Isaac. But we don't know who of these two offsprings received the spirit of Cain and who received the spirit of Abel. We can only guess. But the Prophet Muhammad, or Muhammad #1, he sorted them out. He separated Islam from the rest of the religions. So Eve produced an offspring who caused enmity and death, and Abraham with Hagar produced an offspring that caused separation and hatred. So you, my beloved Muslims, you have hearts that hover under the Ishmael, but in spirit they resemble the actions of either Cain or Abel. You are brothers. You have the same mother, which is Eve, and you have the same father, who is Abraham. And the reason why we are all fighting is because of these two forbidden unions. The union of Eve with the serpent, and the union of Abraham with his slave Hagar. But the good news is that Ishmael will eventually return home. We know that because of the prophecy which is contained in the parable of the prodigal son given by Jesus. Jesus told us that eventually Islam or all Muslims will return to God Yahweh. The word Allah just means God, and Yahweh is God's name. So to summarize it all for you, the Bible shows us exactly what happened, where Islam comes from, where Muslims came from, and what will happen to them, and how Prophet Muhammad separated you from the rest of the world, and what is going to happen in the end. You will return to God.